and welcome back to another affordable vegetarian meal prep video. I'm so excited for today's video because I have a bunch of brand new recipes to share with you. I'm gonna spend the next hour or so in my kitchen making meals for this week so that way I can prioritize other things besides meal making. Because if you didn't know, I'm a new mom. I have a newborn. It's been crazy, so exciting, and I like to utilize things that are ready to go. So for me, spending a little bit of time meal prepping for the week ahead is like the best thing I can do. Do me a huge favor, give this video a huge thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and now we can jump into today's recipes. A quick rundown of today's ingredients. I did make a huge grocery order, had it delivered, and I don't know, I'm just really excited about today's meals. So let's just run over some ingredients. I will put recipes in the description box for things that like need a recipe, but I have some green beans. I stuck them in here because my order did come yesterday, and I didn't want them to get all dinged up in a bag when I threw them into my refrigerator. I have some fat-free cottage cheese. They substituted this one. Usually I would do like the high-fat cottage cheese, but it's fine. This one will work just as well. I did ask for the reduced fat feta, so it doesn't really make sense, but just go with it. Some egg whites, some sun-dried tomatoes. I've actually never used these in a recipe before, so I'm excited to use these today. I have some chickpea pasta, some goodles, which is also made of chickpeas. I like these because they're higher in protein. This one has 14 grams of protein per serving. This one has 12 grams of protein per, oh no, this one has 14. What does this one have then? 21 grams of protein. Okay, correction, 21 and 14. I'm excited about that. Some sweet potatoes. These are new to me. I've tried the Beyond sausage patties before, but I wanted to try the links because they were on sale. Hot Italian style with avocado oil. 17 grams of protein per sausage. Some red peppers, some zucchini, and yeah, let's get started with the first recipe because I have a lot to do and I only have about an hour really to get it done. Okay, the first recipe, I'm making an egg bake. And I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. I'm using egg whites, cottage cheese, feta cheese, sun-dried tomatoes. We'll see how it turns out. I want this to be high protein and highly delicious. So I'm gonna start with 3 cups of egg whites, putting that into my Vitamix. One cup of cottage cheese. I was just gonna use a cup of the feta. However, this is just a cup and a quarter, so I'm gonna add all of it right in. And then I'm gonna add the entire jar of the sun-dried tomatoes, but I don't want the additional oil because like, I don't think it'll taste very good having that. So I'm just gonna pick them out and add them to my blender. I also need to preheat my oven. We're gonna go 400. Okay, I'm putting the egg bake into these little silicone molds. I'm just gonna pour it in there from the Vitamix. Hopefully we'll do a good job and not spill a ton. I'll fill them almost all the way. Okay, I did 22 egg bites. They're about all filled the same. You could definitely stretch it into 24, but I already started pouring and I'm not gonna stretch it that way. Okay, so just for reference, these are 46 calories each. I just put them in a calorie tracker just so I could tell you guys, and let me tell you how many protein too. I forgot to look because that's the only thing that I track is my protein. So they are about 6 grams of protein per egg bite. I would eat 4 or 5 at a time, which is perfect to give me about 30 grams, 25, 30 grams of protein per meal. So I'm gonna pop these into my oven at 400 degrees until they're fully baked. I'll let you know how long that goes for. But like I said, they're 46 calories each with how I made them. I'm really happy with that. And again, I'm looking for a meal that is about 25 to 30 grams of protein. So I just have to eat like 4 or 5 of them, and that's perfect. The next thing I'm gonna do is wash all my produce. I'm gonna get the potatoes just as they are in some aluminum foil and pop those into the oven. get my green beans started, start cutting and chopping my peppers, my zucchini. But all I'm gonna do is put them in water, and then I'm gonna use just a little bit of baking soda or white distilled vinegar to get them all cleaned up. As always, I wanna thank you so much for being here. We're gonna start with some produce prep. Like I said, I was gonna wash these really quickly, get everything prepped up. I did go ahead and do white distilled vinegar to wash all my veggies. I scrubbed everything down. I don't eat the skins of the sweet potatoes, but I like to bake them with the skin on just because it's just faster, in my opinion, than cutting and chopping. And for these meals specifically, I was just looking for like the least amount of work possible. Typically, I'll do canned green beans because they're my favorite, but fresh green beans were on sale, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. But there's so much work, in my opinion. It's so much easier just to open a can of green beans, and for the price, I feel like sometimes it's just worth it. But it was a good little switch up this week, so I didn't really mind. But like prepping them is quite a bit more work. So for the sweet potatoes, I just wrap them in foil, bake them at 400 for like 40 to 45 minutes until they're nice and soft. You can also put them in your microwave, but since my oven was on, I went ahead and did that. Each of the meals that I'm sharing with you guys today with the sweet potatoes and the 2 pasta meals are about 25 to 28 grams of protein, which is personally perfect for me. I'm trying to eat 4 to 5 meals a day, keeping it between 25 and 30 grams of protein, but not being like super obsessive with it. I'm just kind of going with the flow, going with my hunger cues, but that is the only thing that I'm tracking. But if you are someone who is tracking for weight loss, you can put all the ingredients into like an app and figure out which nutrient balance or macro balance best works for you. So I really enjoy, as I've said so many times, buying ingredients and using them multiple ways. Really the only switch up here is the veggies, the pasta, and the sweet potatoes. So I'm kind of using the same base for everything. The Beyond sausage are kind of like my base. The veggies are kind of similar, and then just kind of swapping a few things to make each meal uniquely different. I will say I really enjoyed these Beyond sausages, and I was able to make 10 meals in 1 hour, including cleanup and filming. So I think that is a great way to save time. It's also a great way to save money because I am budgeting in a way where I'm not going out to eat, not eating things that are super convenient, and overall, per meal, I'm saving so much money. And I'm just really happy with it. Also, if you see these goodles, I would definitely recommend them. They're so good. They were on sale for like $1.99. They were 5 for $10 if you bought 5 of them. I didn't buy that many, and I didn't add any milk. I just added a little bit of the pasta water and then the seasoning packet, and I thought they were perfect. But I really enjoyed this meal. I thought it was the best of all of them just because it was super well seasoned. Just some green beans, the goodles, and the sausage. And you could use any protein source that you prefer. You could use tofu if you wanted to, any kind of plant-based protein. If you are plant-based, I'm vegetarian, so I just look for stuff that's plant-based, I guess, as well. I really want to try this meal with the Boca burgers, the chicken patty ones. Those are vegan. I really want to try it with those because I remember really liking those back in the day when I ate them. And I think it would be like a chicken parmesan kind of dish, and then just use some red sauce with it. I think it'd be really delicious. For meal number 2, like I said, I just put the sweet potatoes in the oven, added some of the sausage. This time I didn't cut it up. I just like threw it in there, kind of like lazy girl style. Added some of the zucchini, which I just steamed with some water. Same with the peppers, I steamed with some water. And I have some extra sweet potatoes on hand. Meal number 3 does not have a sauce. I let you guys know later that I have some pesto on hand, some red sauce. I could also put some cottage cheese on the top or butter. I don't even use butter, it's margarine, but I do like butter noodles. And again, I just kind of created a different dish using the exact same component. Okay, just went ahead and added the pasta. These meals are all finished up. I think everything is all finished. Took me 1 hour and 2 minutes. I'm really proud of that. And that's filming, doing all the dishes, taking out the trash, cleaning up, everything for my meal prep. If you're wondering, no, I'm not adding sauce to these. I do have sauce and pesto in my fridge, so I can add that. I can also just add salt or butter, whatever I want, but I'm just leaving them plain. That's it. We'll leave them plain, and then I will just add whatever I feel like when I eat them. So these look so delicious. These need to completely cool before I take them out of the silicone mold, so that way they are set. They were super risen, and then they kind of flattened a little bit. I cooked them for 25 minutes. That's just what I felt like was good. I like kind of touched them and I was like, all right, I think they're good. So I'm gonna let these fully cool before I put them into just some storage containers. I just have these 2 out, and I will just throw them all in those. Just no separation of the egg bites. I'll just kind of eat what I want in the morning for breakfast. I'm not gonna pre-portion those. Meals, as you saw, I have 5 of the sausage, veggie, and pasta, 2 of the noodles, sausage, and green beans, and then 2 of the sweet potatoes, sausage, and zucchini. And I have extra sausages, extra sweet potatoes made. I have frozen veggies on hand, and I have a bunch of other things, but this is just kind of to get me started for the week. I'm really excited, just some like different things to have this week. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. I post a new video every single week with new recipes. So thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.